Namaskaram Rasikas. Hope you are all doing great. Today I would like to talk to you about a meeting that I had with a great person. This great person is a master of voice training, a guru, and a very wise individual and a mentor. And meeting him changed my life musically as well as otherwise. I'm referring to Professor Eugene Rubin, who lives in Germany. As I have often shared with you, there was a time in my life when I was not satisfied with the way I was singing. It's not that it's all perfect now and everything is all fine, but music, as you know, is a process, a never-ending process of learning and growing and expanding one's horizon. But what do you do when at a certain time in your life, every time you sing and you come back home, you're feeling miserable, you're having sleepless nights. What you have in your heart is not coming out when you sing through your voice. What do? I know I had a good voice. I have a good voice. It is sonorous, it has body, it has volume, it has depth. But somehow I did not know how to maneuver it, how to make it say the fine nuances in a subtler way. And I was looking for a mentor who would help me with that knowledge. At this time, luckily, I was also invited to be a visiting lecturer in one of the conservatories of Germany in the city of Saarbrücken for a period of 3 months. So I was there and meeting new musicians from the Western culture and the way they taught was a great experience. I got close to a professor from that conservatory, Professor Renata Bellman, and she helped me find the coordinates of this great master, Professor Eugene Rubin, and helped me to get in touch with him. So I called and I expressed my desire to go over and meet him, and he said, yes, you can come. So it was all fixed, the day of my arrival from Saarbrücken to Frankfurt, the time of my train arrival, everything was informed to him, and I embarked on the journey. The station where I was supposed to alight was actually not the main Frankfurt station, but one of the suburbs. So when I got off the station and looked around, I realized that it was really a small station and very quiet. No noise at all, it was all very silent. I looked around and I thought maybe Professor Eugene Rubin, but more likely one of his representatives would be there to receive me. But I couldn't see anybody. I somehow felt that having told me to come, there will be someone coming. So went to the coffee shop, sat down, had a coffee, feeling nervous, feeling edgy, looking around. Half an hour went by, had another coffee. Nothing still happened, still getting a bit nervous, looking around. And you can imagine, friends, I am in a sari. In this quiet station, the people there would have hardly seen a woman in a sari sitting like this all alone. 2 hours passed. I was looking at the gate of the station, the main entrance. And finally, a car stopped and a lady stepped out. She came into the station, walked straight to me and said, "Are you Aruna?" I said, "Yes," with great relief. And she said, "I am Mrs. Eugene Rubin. Shall we go home?" Oh, that was music to my ears. I picked up my little bag, followed her, and entered the car. And as I was entering the car, I noticed that Professor Rubin, who was sitting in the front seat, had a huge white cast and bandage on his leg. As the car drove, I came to know that he was actually alighting the stairs in his home to come to the station to receive me, but fell off the stairs. So they had to rush to the emergency in the hospital, get the bone set and cast in a plaster, and they still made it 2 hours later to receive me. I was shocked. I said, my God, this is the level of commitment these people have. I was very touched, very moved. We went to Mr. Rubin's home. He sat down on his sofa with his plastered leg stretched out, and I on the opposite sofa. And after a minute's silence, he said, okay, so tell me, why are we here? And by this time, after the ordeal of the morning, you can imagine I am ready to burst into tears. But still, I controlled myself and I said, Mr. Rubin, I sing. And when I sing, I want to fly. But right now, I am a caged bird. Will you please teach me how to fly when I sing? Again, a moment of silence. And then he says, okay, let's get down to business. And with that plastered leg, he suddenly gets up, somehow makes it to the second floor studio, and I follow. Again, I'm completely touched by the commitment, the dependability, the accountability on his part, just because I had called and made that journey to go and ask him for something. My lesson started that very minute, and there began a glorious path of discovery, about which I shall tell you another time. I told you this incident changed my life forever. Not only did Professor Rubin teach me about my voice, helped me discover the connection between my voice, my mind, and my body, and helped me to be more natural and more spontaneous when I sing. But he also taught me the value of commitment. I learned that once you commit yourself to something, once you are on a journey, even though there may be hurdles, there may be many impediments on the way, you never allow that to come in the way, and you keep coursing along your journey no matter what. And that accountability and commitment is something that I have carried with me. It has driven me all these years through my journey, and I'm ever grateful for these masters. I will see you soon again in my next video. Until next time.